Hi all, welcome to this Ruben Gabrielsen Objective Player 88 rated card. Absolute mental boost. This obviously is because Shoji no longer plays for Toulouse and now plays for Gambasaka, so they've just went with the same team, just a different player, and they've kind of gave us a very insane centre back to grind towards. So if special links would be awesome, sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GTheLegend, all links are down below for posting, and social media links as always. Hit that notification bell would be much appreciated. Comment down below if you've got Shoji or Gabrielsen at all. But this one is a bit of a grind, a little bit annoying in parts because of the clean sheets element. If people know that you're going for the objective, I've noticed people will try and stay in the game for the full 90 minutes, and it proves annoying. Like, I was 2-3 pretty quickly. Trying to get the third win was just proving annoying. People were refusing to quit when they were 4, 5, 6-0 down. Wouldn't quit whatsoever. They would not quit. And people maybe with like 10 minutes to go or 20 minutes to go or even 5, they were able to bag a goal, and you're like, oh my god. And you actually then quit because you just got annoyed because you're like, yep, I don't need the win. But 3 clean sheets in the end, we managed to pull it off. Just took a bit of time and a bit of effort, but we got there. Assured passer, the assist part is fairly straightforward. Just best tip is just try and hope and pray that one of the players, or even if you wanted to, you can put Shoji at like cam or whatever, a striker, and just give him the assist that way. And he's not too difficult. And same from score. You only have to score a goal. It's nothing too strenuous. Like, I think my goal was like a header. Like, that was what was quite good. I scored from like a corner in one of the games with him. But even with the assists, I think I was trying to put him on like crosses if I could, or free kicks. But Gabrielsen obviously is the card that we're focusing on. 87 pace, 66 shot, 80 pass, 75 dribbling, 87 defending, and 88 physical. Obviously we don't start and we sub up in, but my word, what a boost this card has had. He is 68 rated initially. He has 75 pace, 48 shot, 45 pass, 54 dribbling, 66 defending, and 79 physical. 35 passing is what he's been given, and you do see a big difference. This card genuinely feels endgame, definitely feels very broken. 2-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves. Now we have kind of been a bit crazy with him as well. We've been able to score goals with him mainly because we are not obviously playing him as a centre back. We actually played him as a centre mid. We put him in where we put Rivaldo, and actually wanted to see if he had actually decent shooting, but also if he could do good passing with the ball, because he looks like he has the stats to be able to play in an advanced role. Just because of these stats, like 4 goals, 2 assists is pretty impressive, and I was definitely very impressed with this card. 82 acceleration, 91 sprint speed, 59 attack positioning and finishing, same for long shots, 90 shot power, 71 volley, 66 penalties. I will admit his finishing and attack positioning were pretty crazy. He actually was able to put the ball away every time he took a shot, I think, near enough. 71 vision, 94 crossing, 74 free kicks, 81 short pass, 72 long pass, 87 curve, 99 agility, 84 balance, 83 reaction, 73 ball control, 68 dribbling, 77 composure, 89 interceptions, head accuracy, 81 defensive awareness, 86 stand tackle, 92 slide tackle, 91 jumping, 83 stamina, 94 strength, and 77 aggression. If you really wanted to probably boost this card even further, Shadow, probably put him like 99 club. I know some people have said, oh, stamina looks an issue. I haven't found it an issue so far, whether it be centre back or CDM, centre mid. He genuinely is a pretty broken card. He is him and Verstray are the most fun of the 5. Obviously he is much different to Shoji. Shoji is pretty much not going to give you the shooting element. Like, if you're expecting him to shoot, don't expect it. But Gabrielsen and Shoji, if I was to face them as a centre back pairing, I would be a little bit worried. Like, both have very insane stats in the defensive element and in the physical elements, and Gabrielsen has the shooting capabilities to challenge as well. I feel like he can pass the ball soundly. Obviously he's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, I'll accept that. If I can score goals with him readily for fun, assist with him for fun, find his passing on point, and being able to defend as well and tackle on point as well. Like, he's 6'1", so he's able to play centre back fine. But if he's got the capabilities to play CDM and play centre mid, give him a bash. Like, sometimes we say that about some cards. Like, I know a lot of people have done that with Koeman, for example. They'll play Koeman at CDM and centre mid and enjoy it. And this Gabrielsen can generally do the same thing. Like, just as a comparison, that's just how crazy. How he's got 2 reds and 2 yellows, and now they are basically all green bar his shooting. So it just kind of shows you how much a significant boost he's had. Like, I can't believe that some of these stat increases, they're absolutely insane. It's the biggest one is 41 crossing and 35 shot pass. That is like unheard of for like a boost. Like, it's fair play that they've just thought, we'll go the same team, just go a different card, and obviously just to compare Shoji as well. Like, obviously when we used Shoji, we used him as a centre back. I will say as well, when we did the objectives to unlock Gabrielsen, we went a 3 at the back. We were 3-5-2 pretty much. It was like 3-4-1-2. So he was in a back 3. And in all honesty, the back 3 was pretty pacey in its own right. Shoji, Castelletto, and someone else that's from centre back in the league. And Shoji, very solid, very consistent, but Gabrielsen is a step above. He, like, if Shoji's like a 7, like a steady 7, Gabrielsen's like a 9. Gabrielsen generally has all the tools to kind of do damage, and I will admit that. Like, I'll admit I'm like a casual player, if you want to call it, but if I'm able to pretty much get the best out of Gabrielsen already, like, in my opinion anyway, I feel like I'm getting a lot of the tools out of Gabrielsen. Like, Shoji was decent enough, like, his shooting was dire, but Gabrielsen can shoot, he can defend, he can pass, he's quick. Like, he is absolutely insane. It makes no sense for an 88 rated centre back with those type of stats to kind of do what he can do, but he can genuinely do everything, and it's going to be disappointing to give him up, I would say, for Neymar when I eventually do the player of the month. But he's been a fun card to use. Like, if you have, like, say Van de Sar or like icons basically around your team, and you're struggling for that second centre back, he can do it. If you're struggling for that kind of CDM position, but you're still willing to play him at centre back to at least start him on full chem, to get him, honestly, just give him that run out, because he will genuinely do bits for you. Fun card, absolutely broken. Obviously, the only gripe I would say from the grind perspective is from a grind perspective, and obviously the nation. Like, the grind element is about clean sheets, because people will know that you're trying to do the objective, and they know that, like, oh, I'm not going to quit, I'm going to try and make it as hard as possible for this person. It comes down to you yourself, how good you are at defending. Like, for me, I'm not the best defender in the world, but if I was still able to eventually unlock this card, like, I've seen a few people suddenly be like, oh, I didn't fancy Shoji, but this Gabrielsen looks insane. He is insane. Like, people are suddenly like, I want to unlock this card, and like, even then, you could get him at centre back. And if you really wanted to, if you have any of the Haaland versions from Dortmund, for example, you could put Haaland at CDM, and that gives you a link for Gabrielsen. If you're, say, icons across the team, like, you could go that kind of element. But for me, Gabrielsen is up there with the best cards. Even icon wise, I can't really say Team of the Year Van Dijk territory, because obviously him and Maldini, they're kind of like that elite tier, but Gabrielsen definitely is up there. Like, he's as fun as David Luiz, Flashback, and the middle Koeman. That's kind of where I would see. He's a fun card. That's what he's definitely, I feel, tailored to be. So I would definitely go and grind him. He's worth it for 9 out of 10. Fun element, definitely 9 out of 10 as well. And go and have a bit of fun with the card if you can unlock him. Give him a bash, and hopefully he can either maybe get you a few goals, whether it be from shooting, general, if you play him a CDM centre mid, or if you try and hope and pray scores headers from corners, because we didn't really test that element. But definitely a fun little card to use regardless. But let me know, folks, in the comments down below, have you unlocked any of the objective cards? If so, which ones have you unlocked? And if so, what have you thought of them? And also what you got from your packs, obviously, because that kind of helps out as well. But smash the likes always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, GZLegend, take it easy all, and I will catch you all later.